This is Larry at the Best again. Hope you guys are doing wonderful. I know I am. Well, we're still talking about the subject of your imagination, understanding the law of your being. This past week, my pastor, Apostle Benny Mama, gave me the opportunity to share some of these ideas at church. And while I was preparing for the message at church, I realized I had to change my strategy. I had to change my tactics, because since I was going to be addressing a church group, I had to make sure that whatever I shared with them, I backed it up scripturally. And it was a very, very good opportunity. The reason why I'm saying that to you is this. There is something that I've known for the longest time, but for some reason, I just didn't think it was necessary to share it. And that has to do with why I am so gung-ho about the success formula, which is what you feel you attract, what you imagine you become, what you say you see. What most people don't realize is that that formula is so sound scientifically and scripturally. And I had the opportunity to share the scriptural basis for that formula this past week. And that's what I want to do here briefly before I continue with where we left off the last time, when I shared with you that the way God does things is it feels what he wants to, it feels what he wants to attract, he imagines what he wants to become, and then he says it, he speaks it. Well, if you go to Genesis chapter 1, verses 1, 2, and 3, the whole formula is right there for you. Verse 1, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Perfect creation, good, perfect. Perfect. That's about all I can say. Perfect creation in all ways along all lines. Verse 2, now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering upon the waters. Verse 3, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. So in verse 1, we saw the picture of perfection. You and I are the image and likeness of God. We are perfect. See yourself as perfect, because that's the way God created you. Okay? Henceforth know we no man after the flesh. Don't know yourself after the flesh anymore. See yourself as the image and likeness of God. Verse 2, it was formless, it was empty, it was dark. You and I have areas in our lives that trouble us. Areas that are formless, that are empty, that are dark. Well, that is the situation that was presented to God. And how did God respond to it? God, knowing himself that he is that nation where the opposition never comes to power, ignored the appearance. He hovered upon the surface of the deep, hovered upon his consciousness, rose to a higher dimension, picturing, imagining, putting together in his mind, in his consciousness, the ideal picture he would like to see, as illustrated in Genesis 1:31. And then he was hovering upon the surface of the deep. What does it mean to hover? To incubate. It was putting together the master plan. And as he was doing that, like a mother chicken hovers over the baby chickens, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of warmth, there's a lot of feelings going on there. Feeling gets the blessings. So anyway, and the Spirit of God was hovering upon the surface of the deep. You see, the Spirit of God was there all along, but it was putting together his ideal creation, his master plan. Verse 3, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. And I'm telling you guys, that's the formula for you. I hope you get that formula. I don't have time to expound upon it, but I'm telling you, I've just given you something that I myself don't fully understand yet. But this one thing I know it well. That is the formula. If you and I can master Genesis chapter 1, verses 1, 2, and 3, and then apply it on a consistent basis, I'm telling you, man, we'll lick every problem, every challenge, every obstacle that faces us, because we are that nation where the opposition never comes to power. Carpe diem. Have a wonderful day. Ciao.